going to continue on page 10 as we welcome each other. How good it is to be together. Page 10. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Shabbat Shalom. It is good to be together. Welcome back to Michael McLaughlin joining us on piano and accordion, and please do join with us. I noticed as I was getting ready to come here on Shabbat and as I was putting on my Shabbat watch, because I only wear this on Shabbat, that my watch said 6 o'clock, and I got very nervous that I was late because I was coming at 5. But that is all to say that this is our first Shabbat since the time change, and if you're at all like me, it's been maybe a week of being a little bit out of sorts, a little bit of adjustment to more darkness and the changing of the seasons. So it is especially good to bring in the light of Shabbat as it is quite dark outside. And we'll join together. I will just share with you, we were going to have a baby naming this evening, but the baby is sick. So very sad, I know, but hoping the baby will get better soon, and we will hopefully reschedule the naming and welcome a new family to Temple Beth David. For now, welcome to those joining us on live stream as well. We're going to invite Connie Rizzoli, our Vice President of Religious Practices and Social Action, to bring in the light of Shabbat on pages 2 and 3.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And let's continue on page 24 as we welcome in these Shabbat messengers of peace with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malachi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malachi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי העליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי העליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. We'll turn now to page 20. I know, Michael, I don't know if I should tell everyone that it's actually my accordion, but I know. So, well, one of these days, when yeah, I'll need to work on it. But back in my Oklahoma days, someone was kind enough to give me an accordion, and I started to learn. But then things changed. Let's welcome in the Shabbat Bride on page 20. We'll join in verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on that last verse, if you're able, we'll rise and face the doors to bring in Shabbat. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Shamor zachor bedibor echad Yishmianu el ha-meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki hi mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nasucha sof maaseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Itoreri, ki va'oreh kumi ori, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala v'ni Shabbat nikabela. Let's turn to page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divrachute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uv'izman kari v'yimeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar v'yitroma ve'yitnaseh ve'yitadar ve'yitale ve'yitalal shemei dekudsha brichu Laila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imaru amen. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Let's read together in the English our blessing for creation. On page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. We'll continue on page 32. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Continue on page 36. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Emet. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. We continually link our people's history to our story today. On page 40, we sing our Song of the Sea, our song for freedom and redemption. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה לי ענו ואמרו, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Israel. Continue on page 42. For those who were here in our sanctuary Wednesday night, we commemorated the 84th anniversary of Kristallnacht, and we left a light on in our sanctuary throughout the night, linking with many other synagogues around the world that we're joining a Let There Be Light campaign, a kind of reminder that our sanctuaries should always be safe places filled with more light than darkness. And Hashkivenu reminds us of God's sheltering presence, our sanctuaries here and throughout our lives. We ask that God spread peace over all of us. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ushmor tzedenu uvoenu lechaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Continue on page 44, bringing in a little klezmer sound as we celebrate the weekly gift of Shabbat. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ve'ni uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Yes, thank you, Michael, for warming the accordion back up. We're going to now move into our tefillah, our central prayer of our service on page 46, and we'll begin together in the Hebrew and then pause to add the prayers from our hearts. If you're able, please rise. Adonai, Sfatai Tiftach, Ufi Agin Tehilatecha, Adonai, Sfatai Tiftach, Ufi Agin Tehilatecha. Oh, eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Oh, eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekone Hakol, V'Zocher Chaste Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Gola Livnei V'nehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, mechaye hakol ata rav lehoshia, mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somach noflim verofech cholim, Umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishene afar, micha mocha bagivurot, umido melach, melach memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua. Nemanata lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yehallelu Selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. I invite you to continue silently at your own pace, and feel free to be seated when you're ready. We'll come back together for our prayer for peace. come back together on page 62. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. Yehi ule ratzonim refi vegion libi lefanecha. Yehi ule ratzonim refi vegion libi lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Yehiyu leratzonim refi ve'yon libi lefanecha. Yehiyu leratzonim refi ve'yon libi lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Yehiyu leratzonim refi ve'yon libi lefanecha. Yehiyu leratzonim refi ve'yon libi lefanecha. We'll turn now to our prayer for healing on page 253 as we take this moment to pray for loved ones in our community who are ill, members of our family who are sick at this time, as we pray for them and pray for all who take care of them. Again, you can find me Shabarach on page 253, and we especially pray for these loved ones: Colin Monroe, Elizabeth Hill, Enrico Mascaro, Benjamin Horowitz, Bradley Dichter, Mateo Goldman, Toby Weiner, Esya Rushovskaya, Eileen Arnone, Jean Sands, Roseanne Cohen, Tom Fiorino, Carolyn Weil, Stephen Driscoll, Richard Slifka, Jerry Spingarn, Caroline Spingarn, Deborah Booker, Beth Gottlieb, Kirby Druffel, Abraham Ben Chana Levi, Ida Kublin, Gloria Weller, Yitzchak Ben Esther Miriam, Carol Kotler, Myrna Offen, Arnold Offen, Daniel, son of Elizabeth. If there are other names you're thinking of, you may share them with us. Misha Be'erach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavo Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Be'erach Imotenu Mekor Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Has anyone been to the Dead Sea in Israel and seen the remarkable formations found in the region? Pillars of salt. I see some head nods. The name of the Dead Sea in Hebrew is actually Yam HaMelach, the sea salt. Geologists believe that thousands of years ago, a massive earthquake caused a cave to collapse, and given the mix of sediment in that region, pillars of salt emerged. If you drive southwest of Masada, you'll see a pillar slightly leaning forward that looks like a person wearing a dress. And if your imagination is particularly vivid, like others before you, you may have even thought that you saw Lot's wife. In fact, there is a pillar of salt near the Dead Sea known as Lot's wife. We read this week in Genesis, Lot's wife looked back, and she thereupon turned into a pillar of salt. This week's Torah portion, Vayera, is filled with famous tales and teachings about Abraham, from Abraham arguing with God over the fate of innocent people in the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, to the harrowing story of the Akedah, the binding of his son Isaac, which we will explore in more depth tomorrow morning. Most of us skipped over the story of Abraham's nephew Lot in Sunday school, probably due to the incestual relation between him and his daughters. But sometimes the most overlooked things can bring our attention to new meaning. Let's see tonight what we might glean from the mysterious and short life of Lot's wife. First, there is the question of her name. The Torah does not mention Lot's wife by name in the brief reference to her in Genesis 19. But the rabbis in the Midrash refer to her as Edith. She gains a name. And just as the rabbis later on gave Lot's wife this name, they also imagined and elaborated on her identity. The plain reading of the Torah implies that Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt as a punishment for looking back upon the destruction of the cities after the people were instructed not to look back. We should turn away from evil, not dwell in it. But the rabbis were not so sure if the punishment fit the crime. Later on, the Talmud went on to teach, one who sees the wife of Lot must offer praise before God. We offer two blessings, the Talmud teaches. Blessed is the one who remembers the righteous, and Dayan Ha'emet, the blessing recited when someone dies. While some of the rabbis for sure affirmed the evilness of Lot's wife for turning back to dwell on the destruction of the cities, others offered a more empathic view. One rabbi imagined that Lot's wife was reluctant to ignore those that she would leave behind and took pity on the doomed city. It is understandable that she was worried. She might have thought, what is to become of my home, my family, friends, and community? And another midrash relates that Lot's wife stands in her place every day as oxen come by and lick at her feet until the pillar of salt is no more. and every morning she rises once again so that her previous shape as a pillar of salt renews itself. I imagine, like the healing properties of the Dead Sea, Lot's wife renewed herself in this sense of healing. Of course, we will never know what motivated Lot's wife to turn around and look back. But her tragedy highlights our own challenge today to develop, in the words of Rabbi Betsy Torup, an ethic of observation, not averting our eyes, but truly looking, as perhaps Lot's wife did, into the eyes of another human being, panim el panim, face to face, so that we really see the pain and suffering of our neighbor and know the heart of the stranger. In psychological terms, to witness is to be alongside and recognize another's plight. To witness is an active seeing, a kind of seeing that leads to a leap of action. Especially in today's world of beeping and buzzing distractions, a steady gaze and an open-eyed view of the world can lead us to litaken ha'olam, to repair the world. While the Torah does not tell us the location of the pillar of salt that was Lot's wife, the rabbis reminded us, one who sees the wife of Lot must offer praise before God. So perhaps we will see Lot's wife yet. The rabbis imagined that we would. Her pillar of salt stands as a monument for all eternity for passers-by. Rabbi Cynthia Culpepper teaches, by their very nature and just by their presence, pillars cause us to stop in our tracks and at the very least acknowledge them. Hopefully, we also seek answers to explain the significance of their existence. Some pillars can be direction markers, offering us guidance and causing us to stop and think about why we are going in a particular direction. So my question for you is, what are the pillars in your life? Shabbat Shalom. As I said, we will continue to celebrate Shabbat tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in our sanctuary. Rabbi Micah and I will be leading, along with some involvement and participation from our temple members. So 10 a.m. community Shabbat service here in our sanctuary. And we will be studying a bit more of the earlier, or actually the later part of this Torah portion with Abraham and the binding of Isaac. You can also come to Temple on Sunday morning. Brotherhood is hosting Temple member and news reporter Ted Reinstein. Breakfast is at 9:30 and the program starts at 10. And since, Steve, you're here, what is Ted's topic? A very timely topic that Ted will be talking about the results of the election. Thank you. Please read your weekly shofar for other upcoming programs. I will mention next Friday night, we are bringing back catered Shabbat dinner at 5:30, catered by Conrad's. You do need to RSVP and sign up for dinner, I believe by Wednesday, followed by a musical service at 7:30, and our Shorashim kids will be here as well. And lots of other things coming up, sponsored by Sisterhood and Brotherhood, a trivia night December 3rd, and continuing to learn Talmud during the week, and Rabbi Zub as well. I forgot this Sunday is continuing. It's just week 2 of his class about the prophet Amos. So anyone is welcome. That's 11:45 in the Temple Library or on Zoom. So we are going to move into our concluding prayers for the Shabbat. We're going to take other announcements after the service. Question, yes? The service is at, oh no, I'm sorry, dinner's at 5:30. The service is at 6:30. Thank you for the correction. Yes. The oneg is at 7:30 though. So see, remember, we can eat, pray, and then eat again. So there we go. Let's turn now to page 282 as we move into our concluding prayers for the Shabbat, and we rise for Aleinu L'Shabeach. Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon HaKol, L'Tegedula L'Yotzer Breshit, Shelo Kigoye Ha'aratzot, Velo Samanu Kimishpachot Ha'adama, Shelo Sam Chalkinu Kahem, Vegor Aleinu Kechol Hamonam, Vanachnu Korim, Umishtachavim Umodim, Lifnei Malach Machei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'nemar, V'haya Adonai, Lemelech HaKol Haaretz, Vayom Hahu, Vayom Hahu, Yeh Adonai Echad, Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad. On this Veterans Day, I want to especially take a moment to honor all who continue to serve our country and have served our country. And as we now move into Mourner's Kaddish, we also take a moment to remember those who lost their lives serving our country. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We are especially remembering these members of our community and families who've passed away in recent weeks. We remember Richard Uzin, stepfather of Dara Bordeaux, along with Matt Bordeaux and grandfather of Julie and Jessica. David Johnson, brother-in-law of Linda and Tim Hulliner, uncle of Sharon and Diana. And we remember these loved ones whose yahrzeit, whose anniversary of death occur this week. Eleanor Aronson, Leon Saul Barkin, Frederick Bloom, Herman Kahn, Murray Cohen, Phyllis Fain, Irving Friedman, Sonia Goldman, Marion Hindman, Virginia McNamara, Gertrude Molliver, Doris Needle, Albert Samuel Noah, Carol Silk, Samuel Singer, Henry Van Dam. If there are other names you are remembering, you may share them with us. We turn to page 294 for Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ulamei amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, huyaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing. You can hold your finger there if you'd like, as that will be our concluding song in just a moment. We'll join in the blessings of Kiddush and motzi in here, and you are welcome after the service to head into our social hall for some light oneg refreshments. Page 5. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu Zikaron lemase vereshit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim ki vanu vacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. See, at preschool Shabbat, everyone holds up their pretend Kiddush cup. We'll bring this out for everyone, but let's bless. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lachem min haaretz Shabbat. So I want to thank Michael again for beautiful music as always, and thank you to Linda Kipper, Rachel Ziegler, Owen Ziegler for greeting and ushering tonight. Please look in your email to help volunteer for Oneg, for ushering. And we're going to end with words of peace as we ask the God who makes peace above, bring peace here amongst all of us. Ose shalom bimromav. Ose shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Ose shalom bimromav. Ose shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Shabbat Shalom.